But anyway, so we had Shelby call in yesterday, and as she started telling us about her different installations, I was like, wow, we could like pub crawl to see all of Shelby's art. So welcome to Shelby LeBlanc.
Well, good morning. My name is Shelby LeBlanc, obviously, and I'm an artist. And to tell you that this was my planned career path would be a lie. 4 years ago, I was in nursing school, and I worked in bars and restaurants as a means to support myself. And what most people don't know is I was incredibly depressed. And I started painting as a means to get through that point of my life, and it really helped. It wasn't until I showed a friend of mine some of the things I was doing with that spare time that he was just like, oh man, I would love like a painting from you, like I'll commission you, and I didn't even know what that meant, so it was definitely a learning process. And yeah, after I sold my first painting, I had this confidence in not only myself, but like the things I was able to do. And this is, like, I've been able to draw and paint since I was a kid. I just never considered it a career. And yeah, so after that, I started using social media as a means to promote my work, which has been a huge impact on my business. A main source of people reaching me or discovering me, all of the above. But another part of my life that happened at that time was I started working for River Rock Brewery. They have become, or they were a pivotal moment because I made so many positive connections, and I now do a lot of work with breweries and restaurants and different niche markets like that. So let's see, in May of 2016, I went full-time, which was less than a year of me painting or beginning this process. Obviously, I wasn't in nursing school anymore, and it's worked out. I've done countless commissions for people. My original works have done very well, and I think a lot of that's just because this community, Columbia in general, has just been so positive and accepting, and word of mouth is another huge part of my business. So I also have done, 13 murals since January of 2017. I am also a published illustrator of a children's book that was written by William Baker, a local author from here. You can buy it on Amazon. It's called Stella Finds Her Own, and you can also find it in certain bookstores around South Carolina. With that being said, my favorite part of my job, besides the fact that I'm happy and I love it, is seeing people have an experience when they receive my artwork or view my artwork. I do everything from little pet portraits to these big, huge murals. And my favorite one was the most recent project, which was in West Ashley in Charleston for Frothy Beard Brewing, and it was 3 walls. And if you know anything about the guys at Frothy Beard, they're huge dorks. And they embrace it. It's part of their business. So everybody that walked into that room as I was working on it, didn't matter if they were 5 years old or 75 years old, they had a sense of nostalgia from something that was in that mural. And it was just so awesome to watch that excitement come over their faces. And let's see, as far as what I hate about this job is pricing, because like she was saying, it's very difficult to put a value on not only just the materials that go into everything, because I don't know if you know this, art supplies are not cheap, but also just the amount of time it goes into it, because I'm also very like sit down, I want to make sure that this is yours and this is unique to you, and I want this to be an experience that makes you want to come back and use me again or recommend me again, and it's unique. And because of that, you don't necessarily get the opportunity to have a price list. It's not a one-size-fit-all. You really have to just kind of take into consideration my time, which it's only me. I don't have a family to do other aspects of this job, so everything that goes into this is all mine. If I could recommend anything to people that want to follow this sort of career path, just take the time to introduce yourself and seek out new opportunities. Don't wait for them to fall in your lap. You have to be proactive and be aggressive, and also just very confident, which is difficult as a creative because there's always that nagging negative voice in the back of your head that you're making a mistake. Chances are you aren't, and someone's gonna love it. So this one, for instance, is from my Paint on Point series that I did. It was a small series, about 14 paintings, and I have maybe 2 of them left, which is nice. But a lot of people don't realize that I'm not a dancer. I never were. I never have been. It's just I like to do variety. I can do everything from landscapes, portraits, murals, dogs, all sorts of things, just everything. I like to challenge myself, and I think that's also very important, is to not get just so stuck into one category if you want to pursue this as a career. I don't know. Upcoming things. So I have, is it 6? Okay, well,
Do your
upcoming things. I have a show coming here. It's all going to be new work. It's opening on October 26th, and will run through December 30th. And then if you are interested in any previews, the Contemporaries of Columbia actually are letting me do a small showcase at their Fall Fest, which is at Craft and Draft on October 11th. And yeah.